Everything starts somewhere, although many physicists disagree. But people have always been dimly aware of the problem with the start of things. They wonder aloud how the snowplow driver gets to work, or how the makers of dictionaries look up the spelling of the words. Yet there is the constant desire to find some part in the twisting, knotting, ravelling nets of space-time on which a metaphorical finger can be put to indicate that here is the point where it all began. Something began when the Guild of Assassins enrolled Mr. Tiatime, who saw things differently from other people. And one of the ways that he saw things differently from other people was in seeing other people as things. Later, Lord Downey of the Guild said, "We took pity on him because he'd lost both his parents at an early age. I think that, on reflection, we should have wondered a bit more about that." But it was much earlier even than that, when most people forgot that the very oldest stories are, sooner or later, about blood. Later on, they took the blood out to make the stories more acceptable to children, or at least to the people who had to read them to children, rather than the children themselves, who, on the whole, are quite keen on blood, provided it's being shed by the deserving, and then wondered where the stories went. And earlier still, when something in the darkest of the deepest caves and gloomiest forests thought, "What are they, these creatures? I will observe them." And much, much earlier than that, when the Discworld was formed, drifting onwards through space atop 4 elephants, on the shell of the giant turtle, Great Atween. Possibly, as it moves, it gets tangled like a blind man in a cobwebbed house in those highly specialized little space-time strands that try to breed in every history they encounter, stretching them and breaking them and tugging them into new shapes. Or possibly not, of course. The philosopher Didactylos has summed up an alternative hypothesis as things just happen. What they happen. Hello YouTube. So, here we are again. Believe it or not, it's been almost a year since I did one of these, so much for my thoughts of keeping up as I was going to. A lot's changed in that time. I've got a new address, I've got a new job, and yeah, things have gone on. There were many times that I meant to do a vlog, and things just got in the way and I didn't quite get round to it. Anyway, we find ourselves once more on VEDA turf. So, this is April the 1st and day 1 of my VEDA project for 2015. Now, as with last year, I wanted to start my VEDA project with a piece about beginnings. And it took me a while to work out which one to do, and then a couple of weeks ago, someone who I was a big fan of and had admired for a very long time passed away. I am, of course, talking about Sir Terry Pratchett. And on that day, it suddenly became obvious what my first piece was going to be. I chose the opening of The Hogfather as a tribute to the man who did so much in terms of my enjoyment of comic fantasy. Anyway, what can you expect from this year's VEDA? Well, more of the same really. More readings, more singing, more silliness, more rants at the camera, and hopefully all done within the month of April this time. And so, until tomorrow, stay safe, be well, bye for now.